That was great. Welcome to AFA's Celebrity Spotlight. I'm Nancy J. Now, you may know comedian Ralphie May from the first season of Last Comic Standing or his trifecta of Comedy Central specials. Along with doing stand-up, Ralphie can be heard on nationally syndicated radio shows or on his platinum comedy CD, Just Correct. And Ralphie's latest comedy special, Ostentatious, is now in your power zone. Ralphie, thank you for being with us. First time on XTV.
Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
This is
XTV. I thought this was going to be where all my ex-girlfriends come in here and tell you how bad things about me.
That's after the show.
Oh,
hope you don't mind.
Nice. No, not at all.
So, have you been funny all your life?
Some people say I'm still not funny. I started telling jokes first time I knew I wanted to be a comic when I was 9. First time I did it, I was 13 in a talent show at a church camp in Mobile, Alabama, at the University of Southern Alabama. It was a Methodist youth conference, and
they're known for their senses of humor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I made out with a 14-year-old chick from Prattville, Alabama, and I was hooked. I'm like, this is the thing for me, you know.
I don't know why white folks think they're so superior anyway. White people the last 20 years have gone crazy. They lost their mind. And I know it's weird to see a white guy saying this, but it's true, okay? You can't give somebody a free pass because they share the same amount of pigment, okay? All right? If they're dumb, they're dumb, all right? White people are the only people in this nation that call themselves Jesus. They're the only ones who ever say they're Jesus, okay? And over the last 20 years, there's been like 4 or 5 people that have said they're Jesus, and they got a bunch of other white people to go, all right. How does that happen? David Koresh in Waco, okay? Said he was Jesus. Yeah, said he was Jesus, right? Other white people, oh, sure, okay. He wore glasses. If you look in the book, I read the book, okay? You read the book, Jesus could cure the blind. I think he could handle astigmatism. That's all I'm saying. Right?
We've got you.
I know. Now you got me. Now you can't get rid of me. I do stuff out at Clarksville, Tennessee, for the 101st. All those guys that come see my shows, and we're working out something. And I've done USO work.
You've been to Iraq?
Yeah, I was in Iraq in 2003 before it got all settled. Saddam hadn't been caught yet. You know, it was danger. You know, we were flying. I mean, there's a lot of stories about that trip. It was amazing. But a very harrowing, interesting story. We were coming from to Crete, and we were flying to Baghdad, Camp Victory. And you had to stop one place and fuel up, okay, because we were flying in Blackhawks. And have you ever been in a Blackhawk helicopter?
Never have.
You've got to get on one.
Okay.
Tell one of these guys to put you on one. They're phenomenal. Do this show from that. That's phenomenal. It's a large helicopter, and it has 2 guns in the front compartment, 1 gunner and 2 pilots. And it has 2 compartments, and they're separated. The rear compartment is where they put everybody else and all the storage, and then they put my big ass in the front compartment to balance it out, okay? All right? Now, this is a military landing and takeoff, which means the rotors are going at all times, okay? There's no doubt about it. All right, in case any shelling or mortar happens, we're out of there in a moment's notice. They don't want to lose the vehicle.
Were you scared?
I'm in a war zone. Wouldn't you? Of course. If you're not scared, you're on the other side, okay? And then you should really be scared, okay? All right? I didn't meet one guy over there who wasn't scared, all right? And hot and miserable. I mean, we were on water rationing because they kept on attacking convoys. And so we had, it's 130 degrees, and we were given 48 ounces of water a day, all right? And the guys over there, this is a separate thing, but the guys over there were so amazing that they gave me extra water, all right? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And they're like, Ralphie, we love you. You made us laugh on Last Comic Standing. We love you, dude, whatever you want. And I was like, oh, my God, you guys are the best.
They drop you off at this escalator because you got to take the escalator down to a train to take another escalator up to baggage claim, okay? Way away, apparently. And I was unprepared for how high this escalator was, okay? It's one of those really super tall escalators that's scary, okay? And I'm like, I started leaning back for no reason. Because I know it's irrational. I know that the stair's gonna stay the same level the whole way down. There's no possibility. But As a fat man, I'm always scared that my old nemesis, gravity, might show up. And if I start to fall, that's 47 people dead, okay? I'm trying to save your life. Think about that.
They've got you here on XTV.
They've got me here.
And they've got you in their Power Zone, our Power Zone. We've got all of your DVDs. So
That's awesome.
And you're going to have to save the January 15th story for the next time.
I know.
Okay.
Well, I witnessed the miracle on the Hudson when the plane crashed.
Oh, because you were sick.
Yeah, I was in. No, okay. I was January 15th. I was in Manhattan, and my wife.
You saw that? Oh, because you were talking about all the weird stuff.
Yeah. I'm a magnet for it. I'm a magnet for it. And the thing is I was stoned around the corner. Okay, I was high as balls. Right. I come out. I'm stoned like a biblical whore. All right. And every mayhem breaks out. I'm about 25 feet away from my wife, and I'm like, "Is this happening to everybody?" And she's like, "Yes." Our planes in the water. Now, where we were, it was Chelsea Piers. They have the USS Intrepid. I'm a military buff. I kind of like it. And they have the Blackbird spy plane, the fastest plane that we ever told anybody about. Wink, wink, Pentagon. Okay. And they have a bunch of fighter jets, and I'm kind of into that. I kind of like all that stuff. And so when she said there's a plane in the water, I'm like, what? They got everything down here. That's awesome. And she's like, no, stupid, a plane just crashed into the river. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope they're okay. Oh, and then I was like, I'm so glad you asked me that question. And she goes, why? And I'm like, because I was about to ask you a very stupid question. She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, what was the question is what she said to me. And I'm like, well, I was going to ask you if you thought that was 40 or 50 Jesuses out there standing by that boat that kind of looks like a plane. It's on the water. I mean, what would you think if you see 40 people standing in the middle of the river? I'm high, okay? I was scared to death. It was crazy. Man, I was like, hey, how you doing? Yeah.
I mean, see, I mean, you could just keep going. Thank you. I mean,
I love you
that.
so much.
No, I love you.
Thank you, guys.
And we need for you to look for Ralphie May's comedy special, Ostentatious, in your Power Zone.